Hey, it's Felice, totally awake, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, then welcome. Now today I do want to talk about Alexis Fifer. I saw this over on Reddit and thought I would share it. It does look like she was a Jehovah's Witness, and she recently passed away during childbirth. Now, it looks like from what I've gathered, she did pass away, refusing a life-saving blood transfusion. That's what it seems to be. But she definitely died during childbirth. Her obituary reads, Alexis Lorraine Ramona Fifer was born February 24th, 1986. She died during childbirth on September 16th, 2022. Alexis was born in Inglewood, California, to Donna and Daryl Norman. She was the youngest of 4 children and the only girl. Alexis dedicated her life to God at a young age and was baptized as a Jehovah's Witness on July 14th, 2001. On October 20th, 2018, she married the love of her life, Scott Fifer. Alexis and Scott's blended family thrived due to their love of God and each other and their children. Their lives merged into one, and the love they shared became a model for their friends and associates. Alexis loved her family. Her life revolved around her family, and she was the heart of her family. She had close friends throughout her life that she considered to be like family as well. Alexis held a special place in her heart for her nephews, Justin and Rob. Alexis loved the Palestine community. She was enrolled in the sign language interpreter training program at Tyler Junior College and loved interacting with members of the Palestine community who are deaf. She served the needs of the community by spending time telling all she knew about God Jehovah and serving as a 911 dispatcher for the Palestine Police Department. Though serving as a dispatcher was a stressful job, she loved helping people, which included those seeking assistance and the police officers she supported. Alexis is survived by her husband, Scott Fifer, her children, Damian Trey, Dennis Alexis, Sage, Alexandria, Violet, Aubrey, Ray, her parents, Donna and Daryl Norman, her brothers, Daryl and Veronica, Jeremy and Aubrey, Selena and her big sister, Dana, also feeling the pain of her loss, are her aunts, uncles, and cousins, countless close friends, and the Palestine community as a whole. Alexis had strong faith that if she would die, God will remember her and in his due time resurrect her to a beautiful earthly paradise to be reunited with her loved ones. Alexis would want all of us to be comforted by those promises from the Bible. Now, this was just really sad to me because, if you're not new to my channel, you know that the blood doctrine of the Jehovah's Witnesses is very personal to me, as it was a big part of my awakening because my oldest daughter, was born not breathing, no heartbeat for 9 minutes, and she did need several blood transfusions. And, it's just disgusting to me when things like this happen because of their evil doctrine. Now, let's check out what some of the people over in Reddit was saying. So someone says, and JWs are proud of this effing nonsense. Makes me want to puke. So sorry. And then someone else says, someone posted today in R Today, I learned about JWs and the blood issue. Of course, some JW apologists jumped in with this is widely accepted. This is a widely accepted medical practice, and you can take synthetic blood. We should all post rebuttals to his comment. And yeah, definitely, because what about when they wasn't allowing synthetic blood and blood fractions? What about then, when Jehovah was non-Jehovah changing his mind? Come on now, make it make sense. So someone else says, it's a crime disguised as faith, perpetuating a harmful biblical opinion and positioning it as the word of God. And then someone says, this is so heartbreaking. I'm so sorry. I have breast cancer and I had a double mastectomy last month, and my mom left before I got out of recovery and called me. And the first thing she said was, did you have a blood transfusion? I hate this cult so much. Oh my goodness. When my daughter needed several blood transfusions when she was born, this is just very triggering for me because it makes me remember how my aunt, one of the first things she asked me after my daughter received the life-saving blood transfusions that she very well needed, okay? I remember my JW aunt, one of the first things she asked me was, did I feel guilty? Do I feel bad? And my response was, no, I absolutely do not. And I don't think that a loving God would want me to feel bad for saving my daughter's life. For the doctor saving my daughter's life, doing what needed to be done to save my daughter's life. So, it's just absolutely disgusting, their mindset. But you see, she asked me that because in their literature, it says that if someone feels guilty or if there is remorse, then they may not be disfellowshipped or may not have to be disfellowshipped for, committing this sin of receiving life-saving blood. So she's trying to get me on record saying that I feel guilty so she can know, so her conscience can feel clear, for just associating with me, I guess, at that point in time, knowing that at least I felt guilty for saving my child's life. Like, you get what I'm saying? How crazy are they? So somebody said, I'm so sorry that this beautiful woman lost her life due to this damned cult. Then someone else said, so sad. I remember having to sign and carry that card as a kid. First thing to ever go in my wallet. And in the nice see-through slot, there an ID would be. I remember as an anxious child, it just gave me a new thing to worry about. I was so scared from that point on to ever get in a car accident and die because they can't give me blood. I used to research any information for a blood substitute, which we could take. I wanted to be able to tell my doctors to give me that. I was like 10 or something. I love how much anxiety the society gave me that young. It's so great. I'm still dealing with it at 41, 23 years later. So, of course, that's sarcasm that they're using there. And to be honest, that's really sad that this is something that a 10-year-old has to think about. Oh, my goodness, I can't take blood. If something were to happen to me, my parents aren't going to give me blood. And, they're looking for other options. Like, what's my other options? Because I know my parents ain't going to slave me with that life-saving blood transfusion. So what else can I do? And that's just too much stress for a kid, Children should be able to feel like if nobody else in the world has their back, their parent has their back, But for so many Jehovah's Witnesses, their parents do not have their back. When it comes to a life-saving blood transfusion, their parents will let them die. When it comes to, protecting them against CSA, their parents may continue to let it happen because there is no second witness, which is required by the Jehovah's Witnesses before they report it to the police. So the parents may follow right along with the rules of the organization and not do anything about what their child is experiencing because it's just an accusation according to them because they have no second witness. It's dangerous. It's really dangerous. And your life is put in jeopardy when you're a Jehovah's Witness kid. I mean, let's not forget how they, broadcast the children, the youth who put God's first. Now, this is just absolutely just disgusting what they had on their May 22nd, 1994 magazine, Awake copy. These are kids that passed away following their unbiblical blood doctrine. It's sickening, okay? It's several comments that we can go through, but what I want to do is I pulled up on another site, and it looks like what seems to be maybe like a little note from maybe her like mother-in-law. So let's read that. So it says, Alexis, beautiful, dearest Alexis, you were a precious gift that our Scott brought to our family of Fifers, Scotts, and Sevilles. You quickly became the daughter that Vincent and I never had, so easily opening your heart and radiant spirit to love and be loved. It seemed to all of us that you had always been a vital part of our family. You easily became a mother to Sage, who has blossomed so beautifully under your care. In Damien and Denise, your love and faith are personified. You raised them to be confident, independent thinkers, two compassionate young people with a tremendous capacity to accept and to give love, immediately winning the admiration, respect, and love of their new grandparents. Now, your smile and your gracious generosity of spirit color our every joyful memory and always will. We will carry you in our hearts as long as our hearts beat and beyond. Our sweet daughter, our blessed angel, Alexis. That's a really sweet note. And it's just so sad what happened. But you know what I noticed about this is that, they called her their blessed angel. And that lets me know that the in-laws probably were not Jehovah's Witnesses. And I just wonder what they think about this tragic death, because Jehovah's Witnesses, they believe that you're asleep when you die until the resurrection and all of this. So they definitely don't sound like Jehovah's Witnesses by them calling her an angel, because that's not usually the language that a Jehovah's Witness would use when someone dies, thinking of them as an angel. That's not usually what Jehovah's Witnesses do. So I'm just really wondering, what do they think about her leaving already children that she had behind, and stepchildren that she, had become seemingly a great mother to, plus this newborn baby that will never get to know her because of Watchtower's doctrine. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Let me know what you think about this tragic, sad story down in the comments below, and I'll be back with more content. All right, it's Felice, totally awake. Bye.